Hey guys, wanted to do a tale of two pre-orders, one dealing with Walmart and one dealing with Target. Both related to the Nintendo Switch, the hottest thing going on right now for sure in the gaming world. The Nintendo Switch 2 launched today, and I love it. I'll be doing a lot more reviews on the Switch later on in the coming weeks, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and come back and you can hear my thoughts on Mario Kart and some of the new performance and the controller and all those wonderful things. But that's later on. Let's talk about the experience today. First, we'll start with Target. Target was a very, very interesting pre-order experience online. As you know, the servers are just getting slammed when pre-orders go live some months ago. You know, they were delayed. We didn't know what was going on with the tariffs. Then they weren't delayed. And then it was a whole thing of like, how much is this thing going to cost? Thankfully, the console didn't go up in price, although some of the other accessories and games did. Ultimately, as with every pre-order, the site crashed. It was a disaster as expected, but I did manage to secure a Target pre-order. The problem with Target is that Target doesn't ship till release day. So as we're like Best Buy or Walmart, or if Amazon was playing ball with Nintendo, they'll ship it a few days early so you get it on launch. Nope. Not Target. They do not do anything until launch. So here we are as of Thursday, and it is just now shipping. I should get that console probably Saturday. Most likely it'll be Monday because they usually do a cheaper delivery service on the last mile. Usually it's like DHL or United States Postal Service or something. So that part kind of sucks. Walmart, on the other hand, they did phenomenal. They went through the same thing. The Walmart website went through its paces. They put you in a virtual queue. You lost your place. You didn't lose your place. You lost your place, all this kind of stuff. I did manage to secure one of those. They delivered it to my house this morning through Walmart internal carriers, not through UPS or any of the like FedEx or anything like that. They just literally drove it over to my house. I got the Switch controller. And I got the Switch controller and then the console about 6:30 in the morning. Two separate deliveries. It was kind of odd. Two separate deliveries at 6:30 in the morning. Both contained a goodie bag. The goodie bag contained a Coke, some chips, a bottle of water, Pedialyte, and Tide. Kind of interesting smorgasbord, but it was a nice little treat. I wasn't expecting any of that. So it was kind of cool, and it came in a nice Walmart bag that's a reusable cloth bag for grocery shopping if you go to Aldi or whatever and you want to bring your own bag. So it was nice. And that was a phenomenal experience. For that reason, and in previous pre-orders I've done, Walmart does seem to use internal couriers. It's significantly better. Your product isn't damaged. It's literally hand delivered to your front door. And actually, in my case, I was actually standing outside waiting for the delivery lady. You could see the picture from the from the Walmart ad with me actually standing there waiting for it and holding the bag up so she could have her photographic proof that it was in fact delivered. Really, really fun. And it was awesome. I was up and running by about 7:15 this morning. It was great. So pre-order experience, like I said, to me, Walmart is the preferred place to go. Now, really cool stuff happened at Target. Target announced that they were going to be doing a launch event. And you guys may remember years and years ago, Best Buy used to partner with Nintendo often, where they would do like a game of like a state of play, day of play type thing, where they would bring they basically took over the electronics section of a Best Buy. They would have their own TVs. They would bring consoles. They would have discounts on controllers. They usually give you a coupon code for like 10 or 15% off a game or a controller or something like that. They'd have giveaways, tournaments, shirts, stickers, hats. It was a spectacle, and it was always a lot of fun. They haven't done that in a very, very, very long time, unfortunately. So when Target announced that they were going to be doing an event, I was like, oh my God, we got to go. Now, knowing we were already going to get the Nintendo Switch, I didn't realize they'd get it that fast from Walmart, but I figured, what the hell? Knowing I already had the pre-order coming from Target, many days later, let's still go anyway. Let's just see. I'm not really worried about getting a console. I just want to enjoy the experience. When we got there, we went to the Target over by the Mall of Millennia. They asked if you wanted a regular console or the bundle. Of course, everybody wants a bundle. I don't know how many regular consoles they had, but they had 75 bundles, and I got a ticket that was, I think, 40 or 42nd of bundles. And they said, just go ahead and wait in line. There's really no rush. You don't have to run into the store. The store isn't even open yet. But there's no rush to run in the store. We won't sell it to anybody unless they have this ticket. So you could take your time, you know, enjoy. There's a little bit of like a event going on. You can walk over and enjoy that for a few moments before you walk over and go collect your consoles, which I love. I love that because back in the day, during the Amiibo craze, particularly, stores were not giving out vouchers or tickets, and people were literally running in, pushing each other over, shoving, fighting, everything. It was very unpleasant. Trying to get, you know, just the stock, because it was like no limit. Like the first guy in line, if he was a bully and he pushed like 6 people down, well, he got 6 of the things, and it wasn't very good. So the fact that they have done a voucher system, it was very controlled, very organized. There's no rush, was great. When you walk inside, really, really cool. Well, first, even in the parking lot. All the store pickup displays have been completely transformed to Mario Kart. Mario Kart World banners everywhere. The pylons that are those like guidons that are outside the front of the store, so you can't drive your car through the front door. They all had been replaced with Mario Kart like coin and Fire Flower and all the different characters. So the theming was just cool. I mean, you don't really see a takeover of a store that way. So Nintendo really went all out. And I don't know if all Targets were like this, but I know at least the one by us was. When you walk inside, there was a person there to greet you. They gave you a little puzzle quest. It was 3 things you had to find. Find out the aisle that they were in the store. They were very basic things like, you know, what does Yoshi throw? And it was eggs. Well, what aisle are the eggs in? That kind of thing. And then they also gave you a little voucher to go stand in line and get your photograph taken. They'd print your photograph for you. So we did that. Lucky for us, the real reason we went is we wanted to meet Bullseye, and we got to meet Bullseye, which was just a Target employee. You know, I don't know if a lot of y'all go to Disney or not, but kind of like the magic of like meeting a character is they typically don't talk. They'll sometimes whisper, or they'll sometimes not whisper, but they'll like, you know, they kind of babble, or they blow kisses at you, or they wave. Like they don't really like, hey, it's me. You know, hey, it's me in a suit. They don't typically do that. So this guy clearly not trained in any of that. He's like, hey man, what's up? Hey man, cool shirt. So we're like, can we get a picture of this? He's like, yeah, whatever. So he's just kind of standing there. So we asked him, can you go stand in the frame with us? Because they had this nice giant, it looked like a whole Nintendo Switch, and then on the screen was the splash screen for the Mario Kart game. You could get your picture taken in front of that. I'm like, can you come over and stand in the picture with us? So we got 2 pictures taken. One of us, just my wife and I, standing in front of the display. And then another one with us standing with the dog, which was so cool. I loved it. Such a nice time. They print the photo for you. They give you these nice little cardboard cutouts. It's like a nice little keepsake. It was a neat little thing. Once you got that, then you proceeded to the back of the store where they had a separate merchandise section set up. They had taken over the electronics section. All Nintendo Switch, all over the place. They had water bottles, swimsuits, stuffed animals, trinkets, all these different things on the store shelves for you to check out. And then there was a line to wait to use your code to redeem. And the line wasn't too bad. While we were waiting in line, a guy was walking around handing out Nintendo Switch hats. So we got a couple hats. There were other people walking around taking pictures. They were asking if you wanted to be interviewed for a potential, I guess, a Nintendo like article or YouTube video or whatever. I did. I don't know if you'll see me. I don't know if you'll even see this. This is my own damn channel. But I went ahead and I interviewed and I talked to them, and, you know, I'm excited, whatever. So you walk up to the register, you hand over your voucher. It was very, very simple. And they had it pretty much bagged, ready to go. The bag was a special Nintendo Switch 2 bag. It was really, really nice. It was a really heavy cloth bag. That has, there actually was 2 of them. There's a red one, and then there was one that actually had the console on it. So we went ahead and picked up another console and another Pro controller. You're probably wondering why I have all these. I do sell them to my friends at cost, because I know a lot of people were at work today and had a hard time getting them. So I don't mind being the mule for my friends. But so we went over and we got the 2 bags, and then inside the bags was a lanyard and a lens cleaning cloth. So it was cool. More swag and some stickers as well. So really nice, a nice little set. Really fast interaction. There was security. I don't want to say everywhere. It didn't feel uncomfortable, but I felt very safe. I remember during the midnight releases of like the Xbox 360, particularly Halo 4, over at the Florida Mall, there were people that were reporting that like they were getting attacked. There were people driving by and like harassing people, so much so that there were police that basically escorted you to your car. So the cops would walk you, you buy your item, you'd stand inside the mall in like a little area, you wait in line, and then if you wanted, police would walk you to your car. which is crazy. I don't know what's going on with society. That's very disappointing to see any of that. Thankfully, I didn't feel that way at all. There was security all over the place. There wasn't like a major cop presence. It wasn't like there was a sniper on the rooftop or anything like that, but there was security around. It was obviously during the daytime. Maybe that helped a little bit more, but everything was done very, very well. We picked up our console, paid for it right there with the red card. It was great. And then we went and did the quest. Just 3 little simple things. My wife actually looked up the answers already using the Target app, which was brilliant. I actually wanted to just kind of verify. So we went ahead and verified everything. And then you went to another section at the front of the store. They had another display. There were a couple of Nintendo employees that were selling some sort of energy drink. I'm not really sure what it was. Some sort of energy drink that had a little stand set up. You get a free sample like cotton candy or some kind of treat. We declined that because we don't really eat that kind of stuff anymore, but it was cool. And then you waited in the line to redeem your scavenger quest. And then what they had was this giant wall with 4 question blocks on it. And what they were doing is they had an employee running behind and shoving things in the block. And then you walk around the front and you open it up and you get the surprise. I saw a Mario hat, which we ended up winning. There was a Luigi hat. There was another lanyard. And then there was a Nintendo gift card. I don't remember the value of the gift card. Those were limited, obviously, because they're probably like the most expensive thing there. But I just wanted the stuff. I wanted like a shirt or a hat. Like I want like souvenir kind of stuff, you know? So I walk up to the front of the line. My wife kind of dawdles in the back a little bit off on the side. And I'm like, I want to make sure I don't get the same hat, because the hat that the guy gave away in the back, they ran out of pretty quick, I guess. So they were saving them for the front of the store for the giveaway. And I didn't want to win another hat. So I was like, this one? She's like, mm-mm. I'm like, this one? She's like, yeah. So I opened it up and I got a lanyard, which was nice. I didn't realize at the time there was a lanyard in the bag, but it's okay. We both have our Nintendo Switch 2 lanyards now for work, which is great. I'll definitely start rocking mine going forward. And then she went around and she got a Mario hat. So it was fun. And that was the end of it. And then we were back at the front of the store. We walked back to our car, came home, and got to play a little bit of Mario Kart before life began for the day. But all in all, it was a really, really fun experience. I got to say, major shout outs to Target for putting that event on. It was just free to check out. I think it runs till 4. So my buddy's coming in from Tampa. We were debating like if we wanted to go back there and see it. So my wife's going to do some recon on the way home to see if they're still running. Or I have a feeling that it wasn't going to last long the way they were handing out stuff. Like they weren't really pacing themselves. But it was definitely worth taking the day off. So shout out to Target for making the event special and fun, getting to meet the dog, getting to do the giveaways, the prizes, the whole theming. Everything was really, really awesome. And shout out to Walmart for freaking delivering. Man, oh man, that was amazing. Hand delivery to my house at 6:30 in the morning. That was phenomenal. So my Nintendo Switch 2 was an absolute launch success. I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. Did you do anything fun? I saw some stuff on social media of GameStops converting their whole stores into racetracks. I watched some other guys. Paul Gale was doing a really cool live stream last night at the Best Buy. And then obviously I was watching Captain Nintendo Dude. He went back to the Nintendo store. So there are pockets of fun things here and there and everywhere. It's a special time for a console launch. You know, we don't get these very often, not ones that matter, especially on the success of the Nintendo Switch, leading into, you know, backward compatibility, more games. The games you had before run better, smoother frame rate. Like, it was just this, it's a win for everyone. And I'm so glad that Nintendo takes a little bit of their time, partners with some of these big box stores to do these events, to make them special and feel fun and rewarding. And it's always nice to see me waiting in line, you know, it's seeing some of the parents with their kids and like them getting to experience that. Cause that was a big joy for me when I was a kid. And it's nice to see like the next generation, you know, kids walking around their Mario hats and their Nintendo shirts. People are dressed up like Bowser. Like everybody was having fun with it. I know we did. And I just wanted to do a quick video about it. So that'll wrap up the video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.